Breaking news for South African grant recipients. In a landmark announcement, the government has unveiled substantial increases in social grant allocations, with budgets set to reach R422.3 billion in 2025 and R452.7 billion by 2026. This comprehensive analysis breaks down what these changes mean for millions of beneficiaries and the nation's social security framework. Hey there, everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated with the latest news and developments affecting South Africans. Today, we are diving into a massive announcement that's going to impact millions of South African households. The government has just released its official statement regarding social grants, and the numbers are unprecedented. We are looking at allocations reaching R422.3 billion in 2025 and an even more substantial R452.7 billion by 2026. This is huge news that deserves our full attention and analysis. Let's start by understanding what these figures really mean for the average South African. These numbers represent the largest social security budget in the country's history, showing the government's commitment to supporting vulnerable populations during challenging economic times. The increase reflects both the growing number of grant recipients and the adjustment for inflation to ensure that the real value of grants is maintained. The Social Development Minister has emphasized that this significant increase in funding is part of the government's broader strategy to combat poverty and reduce inequality in South Africa. The announcement comes at a crucial time when many South Africans are still recovering from the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and facing rising living costs. Breaking down the numbers, we can see that this represents a substantial year-on-year increase. From the current fiscal year to 2025, we are looking at an increase of several billion rands, and then another significant jump to R452.7 billion in 2026. This progressive increase is designed to ensure that social grants keep pace with inflation while also expanding coverage to reach more eligible beneficiaries. One of the most important aspects of this announcement is how it affects different types of grants. The old age pension, disability grant, child support grant, and other social assistance programs will all see adjustments. The government has stated that these increases are necessary to maintain the purchasing power of grant recipients and ensure that social assistance continues to play its vital role in poverty alleviation. For pensioners, this news is particularly significant. The old age grant, which supports millions of elderly South Africans, will see continued increases to help seniors cope with rising living costs. The government recognizes that older citizens are often among the most vulnerable members of society, and these increases aim to provide them with greater financial security. The child support grant, which reaches millions of children across the country, will also benefit from this increased allocation. This is crucial for supporting families and ensuring that children have access to basic necessities, including food, clothing, and educational materials. The government has consistently emphasized the importance of investing in the younger generation, and these increases reflect that commitment. Looking at the broader economic context, this increase in social grant funding comes at a time when South Africa faces significant economic challenges. The government has had to balance the need for fiscal responsibility with its constitutional obligation to provide social security. This substantial allocation demonstrates a clear prioritization of social protection despite budgetary constraints. It's worth noting that these increases will be implemented gradually over the next few years. This phased approach allows for better budget management while ensuring that recipients see consistent improvements in their grant amounts. The government has stated that this strategy helps maintain fiscal sustainability while meeting social security obligations. The announcement has also addressed concerns about the sustainability of the social grant system. Officials have emphasized that the increases have been carefully calculated to ensure they remain within the country's fiscal capabilities. The government has worked to find the right balance between providing adequate support and maintaining financial stability. For those wondering about the source of funding for these increases, the government has outlined various revenue streams and budget reallocations that will support this expanded social security program. This includes improved tax collection efficiency and careful prioritization of spending across different government departments. The impact of these increases will extend beyond individual recipients. Research has shown that social grants have a multiplier effect in local economies. As recipients spend their grants on goods and services within their communities, this means the increased funding could help stimulate economic activity in many areas, particularly in rural and underserved communities. Another important aspect of this announcement is the government's commitment to improving the grant distribution system. Along with the increased funding, there are plans to enhance the efficiency of grant payments and reduce administrative costs. This includes leveraging technology to streamline processes and ensure grants reach beneficiaries more effectively. The announcement has also addressed the issue of fraud and corruption in the social grant system. The government has emphasized that increased funding will be accompanied by stronger oversight measures to ensure that grants reach their intended recipients. This includes enhanced verification processes and better monitoring systems. For current grant recipients, It's important to note that these changes will be reflected in their regular payments according to the implementation schedule. The government has assured beneficiaries that they will be kept informed about specific increases and changes through official channels and community outreach programs. The role of SASSA, South African Social Security Agency, in implementing these changes cannot be understated. The agency will be responsible for managing the increased budget and ensuring smooth distribution to millions of beneficiaries. They have already begun preparing their systems and processes for these upcoming changes. Looking at the broader social impact, these increases in grant allocations are expected to help reduce poverty levels and improve living standards for millions of South Africans. The government has cited research showing the positive effects of social grants on food security, education outcomes, and overall well-being of recipient households. For those who are currently not receiving grants but may be eligible, this announcement includes provisions for expanding coverage. The increased budget allocation will help accommodate new beneficiaries who meet the qualifying criteria. This is part of the government's effort to ensure that all eligible South Africans have access to social assistance. The timing of these increases is particularly significant given the current global economic climate, with inflation affecting many countries worldwide. South Africa's commitment to maintaining and increasing social support demonstrates a strong dedication to protecting its most vulnerable citizens. It's important to understand that these grant increases are part of a larger social development strategy. The government has emphasized that social grants work alongside other programs focused on education, healthcare, and economic development to create a comprehensive approach to poverty reduction and social protection. For local municipalities and provinces, this announcement means they will need to prepare for increased grant distribution activities. This includes ensuring their infrastructure and support services can handle the expanded program effectively while maintaining efficient service delivery. The government has also addressed concerns about grant dependency, emphasizing that these increases are accompanied by initiatives to promote economic participation and employment opportunities. The goal is to use social grants as a safety net while simultaneously working to create conditions for sustainable economic growth and job creation. Looking ahead to 2026, when the allocation reaches R452.7 billion, the government expects to see significant positive outcomes in terms of poverty reduction and improved social indicators. Regular monitoring and evaluation will help track the impact of these increased investments in social protection. For businesses and service providers who work with grant recipients, these increases could mean increased economic activity in their sectors. This is particularly relevant for businesses in rural areas and townships where social grants form a significant part of the local economy. The announcement has been welcomed by various social advocacy groups and civil society organizations who have long called for increased support for vulnerable populations. However, they continue to emphasize the importance of efficient implementation and proper monitoring of these increased allocations. As we wrap up this detailed analysis of the government's announcement, it's clear that these increases in social grant allocations represent a significant commitment to social protection in South Africa. The planned increases to R422.3 billion in 2025 and R452.7 billion by 2026 will have far-reaching implications for millions of South Africans. If you found this information helpful, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates on important developments affecting South Africans. Hit that notification bell to ensure you never miss our latest videos. Share this video with friends and family who might benefit from this information. And leave your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video with more important updates and analysis. Stay informed, stay engaged, and keep supporting each other as we work towards a better South Africa for all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated with the latest news affecting South African grant recipients. Share this video with anyone who might benefit from this information, and join our growing community of informed citizens. See you in our next video.